there's our first call of the stream. Let's go. Alright guys, so today we're back playing more RuneScape. I am so very sleepy right now. Let's find something different to listen to. Interesting. Something to listen to. Mrs. Biffle Chips, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Trying to find something I want to listen to while streaming. Sure. You're a bit sleepy otherwise, okay, I'm feeling very much the same today. Biggie, welcome, welcome. How you doing? How's things? How's life? Tell me all about it. Long time no see indeed. It's been a hot minute, my friend. What have you been up to? What's going on? Got married, bought a house, all good things. Good job as well, I miss that. Just had a little boy, nice. It sounds like lots of positive moves in your life. I'm very happy for you. My life is pretty much the same. There's not much to say, really. I've got a few appointments coming up that's hopefully going to help improve my quality of life. Other than that, it's just more of the boring same, you know? Exactly. Serene Spirit, Uncut Diamond, let's go. Oh, we made 5 million rune arrows in the end. And I don't always play RuneScape these days because I got super burnt out on RuneScape. So I've been playing City Skylines for the last little while. And then yesterday and today I'm back playing RuneScape. I actually played for like 3 or 4 months after finishing the arrows. Yeah, I just don't enjoy it. I just don't enjoy it. You know, I played my first share of Walking Simulator back when that was all that was available. You know, I just don't really have the nostalgia. You know, I just don't really have the nostalgia for it. And I think that's the thing, it's a big selling point of old school is the nostalgia for people who used to play RuneScape 2 back in the day. And I just don't have that nostalgia. I don't feel nostalgic about many things in life. Oh, I know. I watch a lot of old school content creators. I love old school content on like YouTube and such. I just don't enjoy playing the game personally. But I've got nothing against the game. I don't think it's a bad game. I love watching content. It's just not for me. You know, I've tried old school a few times. Like, it's nice that your membership carries over, so I thought I'd give it a try, but it's just not for me at the moment. I may give it another try again in the future, who knows. Whatever works for you, you know, like. I don't like questing anyway. I've got what 46 quest points. You know, I'm not into the questing thing. I know there are some guys who love the quests and like more power to them. I'm not gonna judge, but personally, I'm not. You know, not my kind of thing. It's, there's a car over there. I didn't notice that. Might be a bit too late for it, but we'll try anyway. No, we got it. Awesome. So we're car hunting at the moment. I'm half doing it for car hunting and half to get memory shards for porters. I'm hunting for core fragments, which are used to open the middle thing and get crap tons of divination XP for the group of people I'm in. Yeah, but then you're competing for cores. The point is I'm collecting vast numbers of cores, so I don't want to be on worlds with other people. And then I will host multiple hours of core parties during and around DXP. Not really, no. I like passive things a lot of the time. Yeah, I know there's a lot of PVM in both games, but like there's a giant community around PVM on old school that you don't see as much on RS3. The PVM community is still there, but I feel like every other player in old school is a PVM. I don't know. I don't really keep track of it too much. It's the only problem because I watch old school content. I don't get to keep up to date. I mean, microtransactions is permanently damaging most large game franchises. It's not exclusive to RuneScape. Although I agree with you. don't really want it to damage the brand. But when the company that owns the game gets bought and sold, like nobody's business, they're gonna keep a. They gotta make a return on that investment of buying the game, right? And the two ways to do that are to either own the game long enough for that return on investment to work out money-wise, or to increase revenue to a point where you can sell it on for even more money than you bought it, which you can't do indefinitely, right? There's a call. I Most of the time it's investment firms that buy these kind of things. Ugh. I'm so sleepy today, it's very annoying. I think I'm gonna switch over to listening to music. You worried you won't be able to nap? I never nap. I don't believe in napping. I just go to sleep when I need to sleep. Wake up, do a full day, do the same thing. Right. I'm waiting for you to get sleep in after that. Dump spiral shift. Yeah, but it's not really napping then, is it? It's actually sleeping. For me, napping is like when you sleep on top of your usual quote-unquote night of sleep, even though sometimes it's not a night, it's a day. But you know what I mean. For me, a nap is like a 30-minute sleep in on top of like normal amount of sleep. So like naps, I don't nap, but sleeping, I sleep. I was gonna say every night, but I really don't. There's at least 4 nights a month I don't sleep because of pain or something else. Alcohol is your issue with pain busting neck. No, I have a autoimmune condition what causes neuropathic pain. So basically my immune system attacks my nerves, which causes issues. I don't generally go into details, especially live. Drop me a DM on Discord. I'll have a chat with you after stream. Hashimoto's. And is that Raynaud's or rheumatoid arthritis? I can't tell if it obscured or not. Not obscured. I know what I mean. Rheumatoid arthritis, yeah. Well, I'm suspected of having rheumatoid arthritis, but I've not got a diagnosis for that yet. So I might have arthritis. Unfortunately, doctors don't really want to actually do anything to help me, it feels. Yeah, it's very common in very commonly hereditary. Two of my grandparents and my dad and my mum, sorry, have it, so you know. Yeah, most autoimmunes are, to be honest. Most autoimmunes are pretty difficult to treat because you can't just suppress the immune system because you need your immune system, right? So you've got to treat the symptoms instead of the cause, which never really works very well. See, I'm asthmatic as well, which mine is caused by autoimmune. There are other forms of asthma what I believe aren't caused by autoimmune. I think there's some that are related to like exposure to certain chemicals and things. But I have the autoimmune type of asthma. So my immune system just doesn't like my body, you know? It's it's just a fact of life. There's nothing I can do to change it, so I've got to get on it. Your poor boy's upset. Rip. I don't know what to say. No worries. When my son was still around, there are quite a few streams I streamed holding him because he was a very clingy baby. So there was quite a lot of streams during that time of my life where I was seen on camera holding a baby while streaming. So yeah, it's amazing what you can do while holding a baby when you get used to it. You know? Same. I don't know why this has just popped in my brain, but it would have been maybe a week or two ago. I was reading a news article about a French farmer who was ploughing his field and pulled up like a mortar shell or something, or an artillery shell that hadn't exploded. And I was like, can you imagine? You're just ploughing your field and you hear a clunk and you look and it's a fucking bomb. Like, they'd be like, oh, Europe is terrifying. I know, right? He's ploughing his field like he does every year, and then suddenly there's a fucking bomb. And it's like, what? I mean, we did find an unexploded German bomb in the River Thames. I think it was in 2020. There was heavy rains and it uncovered an unexploded German bomb on the River Thames Delta. And it was just like, so yeah, there's a bomb. It happens that frequently, or did happen that frequently. It's not very common anymore. That there was quite a few comedy sketches, and there's this Scottish show, and I cannot remember the name of it. And this guy rings up the police, and he's like, "I found a bomb," and they're like, I know, trust me." And he's like, "No, you've not." It's like, "I really have." What's it look like? It's this big round thing. And he was like, "Okay, sure, we'll send a policeman over." It's a Scottish show. I cannot do a Scottish accent. And he looks in it and he goes, "See, it's round. Got German letters on." And then they're like, "You've actually found a bomb this time." And it was just really funny. Yeah, didn't they lose didn't America drop a nuclear bomb on Spain at one point by accident? That luckily was not I can't remember if that was the bomb they didn't find. But yeah, America was flying B-52s over Europe back in the Cold War days, and something happened and they dropped the bomb on Spain. That happens more often than one might expect. Very true, Mrs. Bifflechips. Very true. It's like, yeah. So, can you imagine that president rings up? I just imagine the president ringing up the Spanish, whatever the head of government is called. I don't know if the president, prime minister, whatever, and just be like, "Yeah, so we might have nuked you." Like, what? Like, well, we were flying over Spain, right? And this plane definitely had a nuclear bomb in it. And then when it landed in Germany, it was gone. We don't know what happened. You know, so like we tracked the flight plan. We think we dropped it somewhere on Spain, maybe. We're not sure though. You know, like we'll have to go over radar records and things, but just keep an eye out, okay? If you see a nuclear bomb anywhere, let us know. Like, it'd be nice to get it back. They're kind of expensive. You know, non-nuclear proliferation, all those things. Exactly, Biggie, exactly. Kick it in your message you sent that when you mentioned the French farmer. Makes sense, makes sense. But yes, it does happen quite frequently. That was the point I was making. Like, but he was like, Europe is crazy. I'm like, yeah, it's not that uncommon. Like, when you fight massive global-sized wars in Europe, you know, there's going to be a few left over. I am not looking forward to Ukraine. I'm not looking forward to what Ukraine's going to be like after the war's done with. The most mined country in the history of Europe, you know? Not to mention the ungodly amount of mortars and artillery that's being used over in Ukraine as well. Biggie, if you want to argue that point, I would ask you not to do it on stream, please. Regardless of Ukraine's potentially questionable morality in the history, nobody deserves to be invaded and have their children shipped off to a foreign country. So, you know, let's stay on the side of Ukraine. Once it's peacetime again, feel free to shit on them. You know, like, we all shit on the French now for surrendering, but at the time we didn't. Because, yeah. Yes, pretty much. People are like, why are we all giving Ukraine money and weapons and things? And one, we're not actually giving them money, we're giving them monetary equivalents in military equipment and the like. And two is because we're kind of... We've all been poking that bear for a long time, you know? Still more afraid of cars. I mean, that's fair. There's a lot more cars than unexplained mortars. At least that you could meet on an everyday timescale. And two, like, mortars that haven't exploded in the past 50 years are probably not going to explode anytime soon. But cars, on the other hand, there's a lot of idiots who can drive somehow. True, Biggie, true. It is kind of laughable that Russia can't even, you know, conquer a country like Ukraine, though. Yes, Ukraine's had lots of military assistance, but still. Like, all the preconceptions of Russia being the big bag enemy that, you know, could cause World War III has kind of gone out of the window quite harshly. Like, this concept that Russia could take on the whole of NATO on their own and they'd be fine, which was a belief held by many people. And they can't even, you know, successfully win the war in Ukraine, so I'm significantly less with them and China being, China isn't that good of a military force. They're getting better. They're doing a lot of things, building a lot of ships, and there's a whole lot of people in China, so you gotta be careful. But like the biggest, and I'm not to downplay China. Like China is still a sizable military force and a relatively professional. So like yeah, the big issue with if you was in a war with China is we all rely on China. China is like at the moment, at least, is like the factory of the world, you know? All our cheap trinkets and electronics and everything, they're all built on China. They were, I'm not saying they don't, but like, if you look at trade deficits and things, China would be less affected than the majority of the world. And if you look at their advancements in, like, chip fabrication, for instance, of their own free will, like, you gotta say they're catching up. You know, they can do 40 nanometer chips without blinking an eye. 7 nanometer chips, 5 nanometer chips are in production. I know there's a lot more to the world than chips. It would certainly be a fight, definitely. The thinking sound, exactly, Mrs. Bifflechin. Them Chinese are getting good at the thinking sound. What I think a lot of people don't understand is that if China went to war with NATO, they would go to war with Taiwan as well. And Taiwan, man, like when it comes to producing high technology items, Taiwan is the world's foundry, you know? And like there's a reason why Taiwan, Intel, you know, even SMIC are all, you know, TSMC, etc., are all building fabs outside of Taiwan right now at a blistering pace. And that's because the tension between China, Russia, and NATO is mounting. And if China did go to war with Taiwan, yeah, a lot in the world would have a lot of issues very quickly. So there is a reason why all the big silicon, Samsung, TSMC, SMIC, well, them are the big ones really. Global Foundry never had a big Asian stake, and they're not exactly high end these days. But yeah, there's a reason that they're all building fabs at a ridiculous rate, basically anywhere other than Asia. Because let's be honest, if there is going to be another world war, it will be fought in Asia and Eurasia, in that kind of theatre most probably. So they want to get production away from that region, or at least some amount of production, so that if war did break out, they could at least somewhat produce. Oh, hello, cat. Are you coming up? Meow. Bunny. I'm not picking you up. Don't be lazy. Are you coming up? Nah, she's not having any of it. No worries, Becky, no worries. Have a good day, my friend. Hopefully see you again in the near future. I only stream for about an hour a day at the moment. Are you coming up? Oh, hello, Mrs. Hello, Mrs. What's going on? What's going on? Thank you for the look, much appreciated. I'm not used to you visiting anymore. You don't come upstairs that often. She's loving this head scratches. Alright, give me a minute. Let me play the game and then I'll stroke you again. Yeah, go to that hand. That hand doesn't do anything. My right hand is useless. I can at least use it to please my cat. I do love how cats move their head into the exact place where they want you to scratch them. They're like, yeah, do this spot. No, move over here a little bit. Yeah, what about over there while you're at it? You know? You're purring very loud today, for you. Are you just gonna lie down there now? Okay. Okay. Enjoy. I got a vibrating cat on my lap right now. What? You sat that way? I can't. You're at the wrong hand, my friend. You're at the wrong hand. She's looking at me like, why are you not scratching me anymore? Like, human. Servant. Where is my affection and love? I'm like, you're at the wrong. What? If you stroke her too much, she starts dribbling. That's Bonnie's weird thing. All cats have a weird thing. Noonan's weird thing was he liked to be held like a baby. He would come and lie and roll on his back on your lap until you would hold him like that. Bonnie's weird thing is she drools when you stroke her too much. Bye. He's like, no, I've had enough of you not scratching my head. I'm going to go. It's your fault. You've got to turn around. There's a car. I'm guessing you're at work, Mrs. Biffle Chips. Did I see you was playing Guild Wars at work? You're playing Guild Wars. Are you meant to be working right now? Ah, okay, okay. There's a call. What time is it? 4:10. I got something on today. I can't remember what though. Well, that's not very good. Well, I guess it wasn't important. I'm aching, guys. The Reen Spirit. Loop half of the key, I'll take it. So how is work going for you today, Mrs. Biffle Chips? Oh crap, I've just remembered what I've got on today. Right guys, I've gotta go. Just remembered what I need to do. Oh, I hate my brain. Have a good day, night, morning, afternoon, or evening. Whether you're watching this live as a video or on YouTube, guys, look after yourselves, stay safe, and last but not least, as always,